So, good evening, everybody, or good morning, because the light is very, very strong. So I should have wear sunglasses. My name is Chiara. I'm here on the behalf of the company, Amplifon, which I'm not sure any one of you knows for two reasons. First of all, it's an Italian company, so I don't know how many Italians are in the room. And the second reason is that in spite of this company being the global leader of retailing and commercialization of hearing aids in the world, you are quite young. So you tend to believe that this is not an issue for you, and so you might wonder why the hell these guys that are actually dealing with hearing aids for very old people, you typically have in mind maybe your grandfather or your grandmother, are here at the Sónar+D. There are several reasons. So the first reason is that we don't want to only sell hearing aids to old and decrepit people around the world, but we want to empower people to enjoy all the emotion of sounds. I think that everyone here in the room is extremely passionate about music and technology, and you should know that the technology of a hearing aid is much, much higher than the technology of any earbuds that you are using, AirPods or whatever. And that without hearing, unfortunately, a lot of people are missing a lot around the world. Another reason why we're here is that in the future, more and more people will suffer from hearing loss, also younger people. I mean, we are exposed like never ever before to noise pollution. So you stand there in front of the stage and you go back home and typically you hear that sound, no, the morning after, which is not an effect of the hangover. It's simply the fact that you exposed your ear to something, and if you overexpose and overexpose, your hearing is gonna suffer. The last reason why we are here is because in spite of this problem being so relevant, and it will become more and more relevant in the years to come, less and less people are open to talk about that. So if you're hungry, you order a pizza, right? If you want to refresh, you go and take a bath. Unfortunately, when you have hearing loss, you just don't want to accept it. So we ask ourselves, why don't we ask young people, why don't we ask creators, designers, and people that are fond of music as we are, to create new ideas and new prototypes to increase the awareness and to prove that hearing is important and the hearing loss is a simple thing that you can fix like everything else, okay? So I give it to my team. Go Amplifon team, go.
Thank you. So, as we said, what we want to do is to create the future of music perception. Right now, as you may all know, the current process of designing music is like we have a figure of creation. This creator sometimes or usually has MIDI or live audio, and it converts it directly to the hearing sense. Moreover, years and years are coming, and we are generating many visuals and these kind of things. Then, finally, the expectation, the audience that is hearing this, it's perceiving what we are creating, both with ears and eyes. What we are proposing is to introduce a new sense, also haptics, to perceive this new music creation. To do that, today, what we are going to present is our prototype, the haptic glove that we created in these days in Sónar. Why we have chosen hands? Here is a kind of explanation about how our sensory system works. When we are talking on haptics, our areas of the brain that have haptics information and more sensors, the most one are the hands. Then we also have the lips. For future Sónar challenges, we will work on lips creation, but for now we go to the hands. For that reason, we have created a glove. Here an overview of our system. As we commented, we have a creator. This creator, we haven't changed the overall process right now. The creator can have, for example, a MIDI pad. He can create all the audios, put some sounds there, and then also generate visuals. Here we have the two common senses that we are already using for perceiving music. But then we introduced a new wave, a new gate. We communicate this computer and this MIDI pad and everything. We are communicating via Bluetooth to our vibration, to our glove. Right now we have 6 sensors. Each MIDI pad, for example, if the creator touches like this the MIDI pad, a sound is directly translated to vibration, and then the spectator can feel this. How has been our process? Well, all the process of rapidly prototyping. It's like prototyping, test, learn, and repeat. Here are little quotes that we have used a lot these days, because it has been a fast creation process, and it's very common to find this kind of difficulties. Some photos, we prototype a lot first in kind of these gloves, or the wiring, the sensors, and everything. And today we will present the final prototype, which looks kind of good, I think. Here, the demo time. Let's see if it works. What we will do, he will place directly the MIDI controller, will place audios, and then I will feel it directly here. I feel it, but if you want to try it later, you can also feel it. Each one will be a vibration. Here you see the visuals and the audio. You can try it if you want. I don't know if it's hearing. Well, later you can try it. In this globe, we are communicating. Here you see a wire, but in future prototypes, it would be wireless. Then we can perceive the music with these 3 senses. If you want to comment a little bit what you have to create it.
We have created, using Touch Designer, a visual environment. We created a generative visual that receives the MIDI information from the keyboard and uses processing to communicate to the globe, and then the same information creates the animations and the movement of the visuals. Yeah, that's it.
You want to show a little?
Yes. Oh, we have some more. This one, huh?
You want to show the website?
The website, yeah. So, which one? So, we created this website that you guys can see later. Well, this is the definition and the goal that we wanted to achieve, and the future development that we might want to continue working on. We would like to do, we have the information of the, this is the future lines and applications. We might want to add features for VR, maybe using the same information on haptics, working with VR environments, and learning systems. So you might have the possibility to learn instruments and music through MIDI information coming from someone else. So for example, a piano player can learn notes and chords using MIDI information as well. Well, you can come and try the prototype in the desk. And what else is to say? That's it. Thank you.